Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala Rasulil Kareem. Amma ba'd. We're now moving on to Bayanul Hal. What Bayanul Hal mean? The state of the mutakallim clarifies something that he intends. For example, here Bayanul Hal. فمثاله إذا رأى صاحب الشرع أمرا معاينة. If the صاحب الشرع, the Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he sees something. What does he do? He sees something. فلم ينهى عن ذلك. He does not prohibit it. What does that mean? It's permissible. Again, it's also context. It's not munafiq, not a kafir, not a disbeliever, not something that's already known that is impermissible already. But he sees something and he doesn't say anything. His hala shows what? That's fine. So taqreer is really a bayanul hal. That the sahibul shara, the person who has been sent by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bayan of the sharia, and he stays quiet when he sees something. This means that there's no problem with this issue. Yes. كان سكوته بمنزلة البيان أنه مشروع. This is like his sukut, his staying quiet, is in the status, same level, same daraja, as if he said, this is permissible. Correct? Similarly, والشفيع إذا علم بالبيع. Shafi', you have two properties, one after the other, one next to the other. The person next door, he has who shares the same wall. Then it's the whole context. But basically, a neighbor, and there's much more detail regarding. But a neighbor, he has the first right to buy the property. So if he knows about the sale, وسكت, he says quiet. كان ذلك بمنزل البيان بأنه راضٍ بذلك. Now, if he says stay quiet, it's for sale, okay, and he ignores it, that means that he's not interested in his right of shufa, his right of basically first right of purchase. So in Islam, the neighbor has the first right of purchase because it's next to him. He had most benefit from this. So, what we're saying is, إذا علم, he knows about the buy, he just ignores it. He doesn't show interest. He doesn't say that I want to buy this property. That's a dalil, him staying quiet, if he hasn't said anything. That's qaim maqam. It's bimanzalati al-ridha. That I'm happy for you to sell it to somebody else. Because he's not still quiet. I want to buy this property. Okay. Similarly, والبكر إذا علمت بتزويج الولي. There's a virgin girl, she's not married before, and the wali got her married. Yes. And she stayed quiet. She never rejected it. She stayed quiet. She smiled. She laughed. All of this is basically منزل البيان بالرضا والإذن. Unless that smile or unless that this other context is shown. No, but as long as the hal, the orphan, normally the father, the grandfather will get her married off, and she stays quiet. She's happy. She stays quiet. That means that she's happy with this. Unless there's something which shows, like there's grief on her face or something, that's different. But if the normal circumstances, the hal shows that she's okay, then she doesn't have to say yes. Her staying quiet, like she gets her clothes ready, she gets ready, she's moving. Because why I never said happy, like you should have said something. That you're staying quiet is means that you are happy with this. Yes. Again, you have to look at the context, etc. وَالْمَوْلَى إِذَا رَأَى أَبْدَهُ. When the mawla, who? The master, رَأَى أَبْدَهُ يَبِيعُ وَيَشْتَرِي فِي السُّوقِ. Now, normally a slave doesn't have wealth, he can't buy and sell. But when he is buying and selling property in the market, and he doesn't say anything, that means that this abd is now ma'adun. And Abdul Ma'adun is a slave who's been given permission from the master to buy and sell, to trade, and the money will go to who? The master. Yes. You say, well, what's the point of having a slave who buys and sells and he goes to the master? Well, if you learn to buy and sell and trade, then eventually he become what? Trained in business, and then he can say, well, I want to mukataba, I want to buy my freedom, and he become emancipated. Yes. It's not only purpose, basically, just do hard work for me, hard labor for me. So if you do the work, he'll learn, he can say, well, do aqd mukataba, okay? I can make money, so now give me a chance to make money. Free me and I'll pay myself off. Yes. Again, we have equivocation. When we see slavery, we just think black African slave in chains. And slavery in Islam is, the Prophet ﷺ regulated it so much. I mean, basically, it says in hadith, you have to eat the same food. So wherever you eat, you have to feed them. Wherever you wear, you have to feed them the same clothes. So same clothes, same food. So it's not like, you can't be that you're just wearing all these like posh clothes and they're just wearing like underwear, like how you see in those things, they're wearing trousers and shorts. That's not how you have to wear the same clothes. So if you have that, is then there are and then the Prophet ﷺ, in every single circumstances, when they're able to stand on their own feet, then freedom, get them going. Again, it needs a long discussion. Yes. So there's no need to get defensive. Oh, Islam does allow slavery. Islam allowed it. Not Islam allowed it. It was already a part of society and culture, and Islam regulated it. And then also Islam also then what? Islam also then targheeb of freeing slaves and emancipating slaves. Yes. No need to get all. Yeah. See, what you're trying to do is you're trying to measure Islam according to something happened in our time. You're not measuring Islam according to the circle of the time. Yes? You say, for example, okay, if you're a Muslim, now you're a Zimmi, you have to pay tax. So you're measuring, so they slightly have slightly different rights in terms of jizya, in terms of zakat, slight difference. But you comparing that to, in our time, compare that to how it was in all over the world at that time. So they were entitled to, they don't have to go out for jihad, they don't have to pay zakat because of that. And they were entitled to everything else. They could do their own ibadah, they can have their own food. They're not even, there are certain laws, they don't even have to come to the Islamic courts. And they can have their own thing, they're protected by the Muslim land, Muslim law. Nobody can rob them, steal them. So, you could take any one instance or any one mas'ala out, but if you look at the whole context, yes, it's unmatchable. And that's the history to discuss this a long time ago. Those who are interested will find the truth, and those who are not will always twist the words anyway. So, anyways, yes. كان ذلك, when the Mawla sees his buying and selling and he stays quiet, كان ذلك بمنزلة الإذن. This becomes like an idhn. فيصير مأذونا في التجارة. So now his staying quiet meaning, that's a دلالة الحال, بيان الحال, that he is مأذون في التجارة. Okay. والمدعى عليه. Now let's say for example the case in court. You have a claimant and a person, the accusee. Yes? So مدعى عليه, the one against whom the claim is made. إذا نكلا means امتنع النمي. I am not going to take a qasam. So let's say for example, you make a claim against me. So you're the mudda'i and I am the mudda'a alayh. And the rule is, if you're making a claim, what do you have to bring forth? To bring forth 2 witnesses or bring forth evidence. And if you don't have the evidence, I have to take qasam, an oath, that no, I am innocent or whatever the situation is. However, you can't provide witnesses. You say, well, this is my pen. This is obviously something too hacky, but this is a gold pen. And you say, this is mine. I said, bring witnesses. The Qazi will, okay, bring witnesses. I don't have witnesses. Or my grandfather said it was mine. Or my grandmother said it was mine. And it's written down, but we can't find a paper, and I don't have it anymore. But my grandmother said that, no, it's not. She gave it to me, not dad. Yes, it was actually from me. And my uncles told me, but my uncles passed away as well. Yes, so you don't have any witnesses left. They all passed away. Grandma was passed away, granddad has passed away. Dada, daddy. Your uncle who was the witness, he's gone. That's only me. So now I said, well, I've taken qasam. Correct? Now I said, I'm not taking qasam. Now, I give you 2 reasons. So, if I refuse to take qasam in the Qazi's court, يكون الامتناع بمنزلة الرضا بلزوم المال. That means that I am happy to say, well, look, the money is yours. This is yours. Are you following? Now, how is it? It can be either. How is it lazim upon me? Now, for example, now this becomes yours. Now, there's 2 possibilities. Sahiban say it's iqrar. What Sahiban say? I am accepting the fact that they gave you this gold pen as a wasiyah. That's what they say. By me not taking qasam is iqrar. So Imam Sahib said, no, it's tariqul badl. What does badl mean? I am not going to take qasam. I don't want to take Allah's name, because qasam is a very big thing. Taking an oath and then lying on the oath is such a great sin. That's why we say yamin al-ghamus. There's no kafara for yamin al-ghamus according to Ahnaf. If you take a yamin al-ghamus, you take a qasam and you lie on that qasam. There's nothing that can, that's told by soul. There's no kafara. You can take a qasam, I'm going to do something. You don't do it, say, well, free a slave, fast for 30 days, 2 months contextually, we feed people. But when you take a qasam that this is mine, you knowing that this is mine, and it's not mine. That's, you've drowned yourself in sin. That's between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yes? You can do tawbah, but it's a very, very serious sin. If you took it light, if you don't do sincere tawbah, you're doomed. That you took Allah's name and you lied. Yes, so Imam Abu Hanifa said, it doesn't have to be iqrar. So in both cases, when I refuse to take a qasam, it becomes yours. But Sahiba says it's iqrar, that it is yours. Imam Abu Hanifa said, it could also be badal. I'm not accepting it's yours, but I don't take a qasam, so here, you take it. He's like forfeiting his rights for fear of the qasam. Are you following? Do you understand? So both of them agree, all 3 agree, now what? That the money becomes, when he refuses to take the oath, it becomes a mudda'is. However, the tariq and the ijra is different. Sahiban says بطريق الإقرار, and Sahiban and Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah alayhi says بطريق البذل. سبحان الله وبحمده سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك ونشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت ونستغفرك ونتوب إليك. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله. We've got one part missing here. So فالحاصل أن السكوت في موضع الحاجة إلى البيان بمنزل البيان. When there's a need to say something and you don't say something, that's as if you are happy with this. So when you refuse to take a qasam, when you don't disagree with the nikah, when you don't say, no, my slave, why are you doing bayan selling? You don't have ijazah for this. So when there's a need for a bayan and you stay quiet, that's That becomes a situation. And because of this, we say, بهذا الطريق, based on this concept, قلنا الإجماع ينعقد بنص البعض سكوت الباقين. What's ijma'? When the Sahaba or any group of scholars, what do? They become unanimous on a particular decision. So, when you have a decision that's pending, it's in front of everybody, that means that now you need to discuss this. If something's wrong, you have to speak up. Now, when some Sahaba, they stayed quiet, so you don't have to have ijma', vocal ijma', everybody agrees on it verbally. If some people, they say, well, they didn't say anything. What does that mean? That when there was a need to, this masala was being discussed, they knew about it, and they never said anything. That would mean what? They agree with this, it's not a problem. Had it been wrong, they would have spoken up that no, this is not what it is. Yes? So ijma' can happen where everybody agrees. Like for example, everybody agrees verbally of action. Like for example, the bay'ah Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala, the all bay'ah. Or when they wage a war against the people who didn't give zakat, mani is zakat. Everybody verbally agrees or physically participated. Or you have sukut, that is a masala, and some people, who are ahlul ilm, etc., they didn't even discuss, nobody made an issue with it. It's like, yeah, this is correct. You follow? So this is also in the haja mawdi, this is also bayan al-hal. Subhanallah wa bihamdi, subhanallah wa bihamdika. Wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.